All right, getting back to Dorian here, looking at some of the wave action that's going on. Now, near the core of the storm, you now see it's way far away from Grand Bahama, but we're looking at 33-foot waves. And some of these waves are propagating westward toward the Florida coast. And you're seeing some 14-footers that are lashing against the coastline. We saw that with Josh Einiger and Jupiter, and this is all the way up the Treasure Coast to about the Space Coast. And already there are some 3 to 9-footers along the Carolinas. We're not seeing that yet, although our rip current risks are increasing as we have some really nice summer weather coming up tomorrow, and you're thinking about grabbing in a bonus beach day. Just beware of that. The rip currents are getting worse, and the lifeguards aren't at the beaches anymore for the most part. There's the radar right now, clear circle of center of circulation right there, and still a powerful Category 2 storm. And some of those heavier bands, which were offshore much of the day, are getting onshore near Vero Beach and up to Melbourne right now. The storm has winds of 110 miles an hour. It's going off to the northwest at about 6 miles per hour. It's a larger storm today. The tropical storm force winds extend out some 175 miles, so deep into Florida at this point. So after it parallels the Florida coastline for the next 24 hours, from late Wednesday night all the way into Friday morning, it's Georgia and the Carolinas. And you can see really from Myrtle Beach all the way to Hatteras, there could be multiple landfalls in here. It's going to be awful close, but certainly hurricane force winds can get offshore there, and it's moving very slowly still. So there could be a 4 to 7 foot storm surge and maybe 6 to 10 inches of rain, isolated amounts above a foot. Now, once we get into Friday, it's finally going to move out into the Atlantic after a potential landfall at Hatteras, pass off our shores by maybe 200, 250 miles. But that's close enough with a larger storm that is accelerating at that point that we have clouds, some gusty winds along the coast, and probably some rain bands eastern end of Long Island, maybe even New York City and down the shore as well. What a busy Atlantic basin here. You've got Fernan going into Mexico as a tropical storm tomorrow. There's Dorian. A disturbance near Bermuda that's going to go out to sea, and a new tropical depression out here, way out in the Atlantic.